the next thing we're going to go through, again, is loading up shoulder and how to work shoulder from different positions. We've loaded it and moved it with Turkish get-ups, with screwdrivers. One of the things I really like that doesn't have to be something heavy is a quadruped prone row, also known as Renegade Row, all sorts of things. But how we're going to load it up, you're going to be on hands and knees just like this, right? And so I want my fist this way. I don't want my fist doing this, because one of the things that we haven't talked about is anytime your wrist is in this position, like bench press, doing this, lifting overhead, doing this, you're making yourself weaker, right? My rotator cuff turns on when I create that straight arm connection, right? So I'm going to do that same thing with this position, right? And all I want you to do is with your right arm, you're going to push into that dumbbell. With left, you're going to pull. Okay?
Yes, sir.
If that's easy, take it to where you come off of the pad and do the same thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay? I've got two different weights. I got 20s, 17s, whatever works well for you. So we're going to keep this good spine position, right? Before you do that, I'm going to load your toes this way. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. There you go. Okay? Now, push into this arm so he's actively punching the floor. So push into the floor more. Push into the floor, push your chest away. There you go. Now, pull with your left arm, elbow to rib, back down, and do 10 reps on that side for me. Keep pushing away from the floor. Keep pushing away. So I don't want to see this winging business? So push away from the floor. I don't want to see your shoulder blade sticking up. Other way. Push more, push more, push more, push more, push more, push more, more, right there. Now hold it there, now lift the other side. Makes it harder?
Yes, sir.
Keep going. And call me sir again.
Call him ma'am.
10, Marine. That's for my brother. Keep pushing away from the floor and starting to see that shoulder blade. So anytime you start to see that shoulder blade doing this, right? Yeah. He's sinking his whole body in, and there's a prime stabilizer on that shoulder.
The serratus is not working.
His serratus is not working. Right. I really want him to use that, because for him, like if I have to grab people in Krav Maga or Jiu-Jitsu, that serratus better be turning on. Now show me 10 on the other side. So this way you'll be able to see stability. Is he able to do it on this side, right? So push that sucker away, right? So I want to see as very little shoulder blade poking out. There you go. Hold it there. Now pull. So
he's got to push harder on that side.
Yeah, you got to push harder on this side. So the other thing that tells me right away is I don't want to have him come up off his knees because he hasn't learned how to create stability on this side. Is that pretty tough?
Yeah.
So while you're doing this, you know, when you see this type of winging going on, or this not able to stay in place, not only is it important in martial arts, but this is the end range of throwing as well. So
yes.
When you're throwing a football or a baseball at high speed, you have to have this to help control the arm on its deceleration.
Yes.
If you don't have it, you're going to really hurt yourself. This is a super important exercise for throwing.
So one of the ways we can sort of tweak it, do me a favor, Marcelo,
yes,
come up on your knees for a second,
okay.
Is I'm going to take this one. That's why I got this thing here, is I'm going to bring this over. Now, keep the left one down, right? So really push through that left one. Got it? Grab onto this one for me. So now that he's really pushing, push away, push away, push away. Now try to pull and keep that pushed away. I'd still like to see it look better than that. So we know we got a lot of work to do. So one of the things we can do body weight wise, we'll get to it in a second. There you go. Relax there a second. You can stop right there. So we found that he's got an issue with like scapular winging or shoulder blade winging. So I want to give him an exercise that specifically addresses that. So we're going to have him do like a downward dog, a modified downward dog that pretty much expresses like what I want out of that shoulder blade. So here's what I want you to do, Marcelo. Yes. You're going to be on hands and knees, right? I want you to come down to hands and knees. And once you're there, remember the screwing the armpit or elbow pits to the wall. Mm-hmm. So I want his elbow pits going this way, right? So your elbow pits should be facing that way. Without turning your hands, you're good there. Now push away from the floor. There you go. Now toes up underneath you. Now keep that push away from the floor. Straighten your knees, get your butt up in the air. Up, 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 up. Keep the shoulders away from the floor. Back down. And I still want to keep that. See how he comes back and he's right back there? Yeah. There you go. Up. Up, 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 up. Back down. See if you can keep him away this time. Look good, look good, look good. There you go, getting better. Again. Becomes pretty hard, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, there you go. Back down. I'm looking for, can he keep, it's getting better. It's better than when we first started. Tired. It becomes really challenging for him, and he's trying to turn on a muscle that hasn't worked for him. Up you go. I want to turn those elbow pits pointing straight ahead. Hands don't change position. I'm going to push away from the floor. Now, up you go. Exhale, push away from the floor, push away from the floor, push away from the floor. Bring it back down. I want to keep pushing away from the floor as you come down. Keep pushing away from the floor. Getting better. Up again. Push away from the floor, push away from the floor, push away from the floor. The whole time I'm trying to work on pushing that away as I come down. Getting better. Still need some work, but that's your homework that I'd send you home with.
Yes, sir.
Is it